going on, everybody? This is 40B Nasty. I'm here to show you how to take care of a figure 8 puffer. This fish is so easy. He's smart, takes care of himself. He doesn't need a tank mate. Smart little dude. He's got a beak. That's how he likes to chow on the mussels and clams and little necks. What he does is he needs to shave that down, and when he grabs a hold of that meat, he rips at it like a pit bull on a tire. It's pretty funny, actually. I videotape it all the time and send it to people. They could get a good laugh out of it. A lot of people say they don't need a tank mate. Well, guess what? I do have a tank mate for him, and it's a little bumblebee goby. That's Enzo. And Enzo is buddies with Puffy. They don't really butt heads with each other. They just kind of give each other the distance. Of course, Puffy could take any fish out, because he's a little tough guy, that's for sure. You should see him smash his face up against a glass when we're playing around. Yes, we play around. I'll take my finger, I'll swirl it around on the top of the tank, and he'll chase after my finger in circles, and then he'll bite at my fingernail. Hopefully he doesn't ever catch my flesh, because I'm sure that'll hurt. But with this tank, you basically don't want any straight lines. You don't want him to see from one side of the tank to the other. That's why I have that big plant sitting in the middle. For a pH, I think it's between 7.2 and 8.0 that they require. The Bumblebee Goby is actually 8 to 8.2, so I try to compensate them at 8 for both of them. Now, this is just an aragonite. It's a black and white mix. I originally had black, blue, turquoise, and white gravel rock mixed in as all on the substrate, but then I pulled about 80% of that out. That's why you see just a couple pieces here and there. And I actually just switched it to a straight aragonite to keep a more stable, balanced pH. Now, here all I have is an Aqueon Pro 50 watt heater. I have a surface skimmer, and that runs into an Aqueon 10, and inside the Aqueon 10 there's no carbon filters or anything like that. It's just marine pure, just a little block of it. And then also up here I have a Floval 30, and in that Floval 30 there's also another block of marine pure, and it's got Purigen and a sponge in it. I run this thing at 78 degrees most of the time. The substrate is pretty simple. If you notice, this is all fake stuff. You can't have live plants in a brackish water tank. So you try to get as best as possible. Don't get too rough, because you know he wants to swim by these. You don't want him to scratch himself or his eyes. The substrate, you can see the rock. It's semi-porous. You can see it on both sides. This is going to hold you good bacteria as well. It's going to help break down your ammonia and your nitrites and get that nitrates turn into the gas form from your anaerobic bacteria, and that's going to float up out of your tank. Got a nice little flow off the top from the 30 here, and a nice flow off here from the Aqueon 10. This thing runs like a machine. This guy greets me every day, eats everything, frozens, you name it, live blackworms, loves clams, mussels, little necks, just to help shave down his beak. And it's just an easy fish. These two, they don't bump at heads at all. They just kind of give each other the room. Puffy knows he's the boss, and he always will be. Isn't that right, buddy? Like, he will literally smash his face into this tank and like try to attack my finger. That's how crazy he is sometimes. But this is 40B Nasty out. Take care. Try to pick one of these up. It's an enjoyable fish. Have a good one.